Morning students. Today we are going to revise the concept of measurement of national income. The three methods of calculating national income are value added method, income method and expenditure method. Today we are going to do a brief description of all these methods. The first among these is value added method. Value-added method measures the market value of all final goods and services produced by each producing unit within the domestic territory of the country. Means under value-added method, when we are going to measure the national income of the country, first of all we will be measuring the domestic income of the country by adding up the market value of all the final goods and services produced within the domestic territory of the country. Under value-added method, national income is calculated as follows. NNP at factor cost, which represents national income, is equal to GVA. GVA refers to gross value addition at market price. Out of this we have to deduct depreciation, we have to add NFIA, means net factor income from abroad, and we have to deduct NIT, that is net indirect taxes. Then we'll get our national income, that is NNP at factor cost. GVA at market price or gross value addition is at market price can be calculated by subtracting intermediate consumption from value of output. Value of output refers to the market value of goods and services produced during a period of 1 year. It is calculated as is equal to sales if there is no stock left into the economy, and if there is stock left, then value of output is equal to sales plus change in stock. It means that if producing units into the economy have no stock left with them, then value of output is automatically be the value of sales. And if there is some stock left in the economy, then value of output is equal to sales plus change in stock. Intermediate consumption refers to the value of non-factor inputs which are used in the production process. Means those non-factor inputs which are used for producing the commodity, the expenditure on such non-factor inputs is termed as intermediate consumption. So for calculating gross value addition, we have to deduct this intermediate consumption from value of output. Some precautions regarding value added method should be taken care of. First one is sale and purchase of second hand goods is not included, because earlier when they were first handed or were produced originally or initially, their value was already included. Second, commission earned on account of sale and purchase of second hand goods is included. When a second hand goods is sold or purchased, if there is any middleman in between, then the commission paid on that sale and purchase of second hand good is included, because here commission is in the reward of factor payment for the person who is giving his services as an agent. Third, on account production of goods of producing units is included. Means when producing units are producing raw material on their own, then their value is to be included. Imputed value of production for self consumption is included. When somebody is producing goods for its self consumption, also its imputed value, means estimated value, is included. Value of intermediate goods is not included. While calculating national income, we do not take the value of goods which are purchased for resale or to be used as raw material, means intermediate goods. Imputed rent of owner occupied house is also included in the calculation of national income. Means the owner where he is residing, the estimated rent of that house is also included. Why it is included? The reason being, if the owner is not residing in that house, then maybe it have been given on the rent and then it may have earned some income. Clear? So it means the house have some rental value, so that value should be included. Last, services for self consumption are not included. This is a very important point. The production of goods for self consumption is included, but services for self consumption is not included while calculating national income. The reason is simple. The goods production can be valued into the market, but the services for self consumption, their value cannot be calculated, like the services of mother at our house. Along with the method of value added, there is a problem of double counting arises. This value added method removes this problem of double counting. What is this double counting? It refers to the repeated inclusion of some product or same products at different stages of production. Means when we are including same product's value at different stages again and again, it means its value is including more than once. So that repetition is known as double counting. There are two ways to avoid double counting. Either we should take the value of final output which is made after the various different stages of production, or we have to take value added of each forms. Means what is being value added at each stage of production, we have to add that. Clear? So the value added is about taking value added by each form. The next method is income method. Income method measures the national income in terms of payment made to the primary factors of production. Means when some goods are being produced, then income is being paid to its factors of production. So here under this method we measure the national income as a sum total of the income paid to those factors of production. The main components of factor incomes are: number 1, compensation of employees. It refers to the amount paid to the employees for rendering productive services. It includes wages and salaries in cash as well as in kind, retirement pension, and employers' contribution to social security scheme. Second is rent. It refers to the rental or hiring charges for the use of capital assets like land, building, machinery, and other properties. Royalty is also included here. It refers to the income received for leasing the rights of mining to others and for granting the rights of using patents, copyrights, and trademarks. So rent and royalty both are included. Next is interest. Interest refers to the amount received for lending funds to a production unit. Means when some amount in the form of capital is being given, then interest is also to be paid on that. So interest is a reward for capital. Next, profit. Profit is the reward for entrepreneur for his contribution to the production of goods and services. And next is mixed income. That is income generated by own account workers and unincorporated enterprises. All these together forms the factors of a production reward or the income given to the factors of production. Under income method, national income is calculated as under, where NNP at factor cost means national income is equal to NDP at factor cost means domestic income plus NFIA, that is net factor income from abroad. Means when we gonna add NFIA into NDP at factor cost, we gonna get our national income. NDP at factor cost here is the combination of all those components of income which we have just read, that is compensation of employees plus operating surplus plus mixed income. Operating surplus is equal to rent and royalty plus interest and plus profit. Precautions of income method. As we did the precautions of value added method, similarly here while doing the income method we should take care of these precautions. Number 1, transfer incomes are not included because these are not a part of national income. Income from illegal activities are also not included while calculating national income because they are a part of black money which is not included at all. Commission on sale and purchase of second hand goods is included, this we have did earlier. Brokerage on sale and purchase of shares and bond is included. When some broker is having the charge of purchasing or selling our shares or bond, then we have to pay brokerage to him. So that brokerage is a part of reward for him, so it will be included as a factor payment. Income from windfall gains like lottery, these are not included because these are not of permanent nature. Imputed rent of owner occupied house is included. Production of goods for self consumption is also included. Corporate tax, dividend and undistributed profit, these all are the components of profit. So if once profit is added, we will not add them separately. And last, income tax is not included. Next is expenditure method. Expenditure method measures the national income as the aggregate of all the final expenditure incurred in an economy during a year. Here under this method we will calculate the national income by adding up the expenditure on final goods and services in an economy done by all the sectors into the economy. The main components of final expenditures are: number 1, private final consumption expenditure means expenditure on the purchase of goods and services by the household sector and private non-profit institutions serving households. Second is government final consumption expenditure, means expenditure incurred by general government on various administrative services. Third, gross domestic capital formation. It means addition to the capital stock of the economy. Means when the capital increases in the economy or the capital goods stock increases in the economy, that is known as gross domestic capital formation. And last is net exports. Net exports is the difference between export and import of a country during the period of 1 year. All these four are the components of final expenditure. Under expenditure method, national income is calculated as under an unpaid factor cost, means national income is equal to GDP at market price minus depreciation plus NFIA minus NIT. NFIA is net factor income from abroad and NIT is net indirect taxes. Here GDP at market price is the combination or aggregation of all the components of final expenditure, means private final consumption expenditure plus government final consumption expenditure plus gross domestic capital formation and plus net exports. Precautions of expenditure method. While using expenditure method, you should take care of the following points. Number one, only final expenditure should be included, not intermediate expenditure. Means expenditure on final goods and services should be included, not the expenditure on raw material or the goods for resale. Expenditure on second hand goods is not included because earlier when they were produced originally or initially, when they were first handed, the expenditure on them was already included. Expenditure on sale and purchase of shares and bonds not to be included because these are not the material assets, these are just the financial paper claims, so they do not add to the production into the economy. Expenditure on transfer payments not to be included because transfer payments are one-sided, no profit in return we are getting from that, or no production or no productive activity is done in return for the transfer incomes. Imputed value of expenditure on goods produced for self-consumption is included. Whenever we are producing goods for self-consumption, then expenditure on them, their estimated value will be included. So that's all, my dear students, for the measurement.